You guys picked this game for me to play. It's considered to be one of the hardest games ever made. It's legendary in its difficulty. It took me 8 streaming sessions to beat this game. And when I beat it, not only did I beat it, I 1 credit cleared it. I never had to use a continue. And that game is Silver Surfer on the NES. So I'm not a big Marvel guy. I don't know a lot about the lore of Silver Surfer. He's apparently one of the strongest Marvel characters. He has the power of cosmos, whatever that means. He can basically wish like whole planets in and out of existence and crap like that, but not in this game. In this game, the main character is the weakest enemy in the entire freaking game. Even the basic enemies at the very beginning of the game are pretty much stronger than you. And the story is that you're traveling to these different worlds and you're collecting parts of some device that you have to give to Galactus, who's another, I don't know, really strong Marvel character. You're basically an errand boy. Now this game is legendary for its difficulty. It's considered to be one of the hardest games of all time. I see it on lists all over the place. Some people say it's not hard at all. Don't listen to them. They're lying to you. That is not true. While you can select the different stages at the beginning of the game, they don't work like Mega Man. You don't get anything at the end of a stage that gives you an advantage in the other stage. They're just all independently difficult. So you might as well just start with the hardest one to begin with, because at least you'll get it out of the way so you won't like waste your time like doing the easy stages only to die on the hard stage and have to start your freaking game over. This game is 15 levels long and over 40 minutes long, which is more than twice the length of a normal shoot 'em up. And while it is not white knuckle difficult from moment to moment, it requires perfection from the player the whole time. If 1 pixel of any part of the terrain touches any of the gigantic sprite of Silver Surfer, you're dead. If 1 bullet gets through, you're dead. If you do not know the position of every enemy in every section of every stage and where every single power-up is, you are done for. See, enemies will fly in off the screen with no warning. They'll just crash into you in like 1 frame and you're dead. You need to know where they're gonna be before they're there, so you are not there. You have to know where every power-up is in the game, because if you die 1 time, you lose all of your power-ups. And the game is designed for you to be fully powered up all the time to have any chance. Now, the reason I was able to beat it is I learned certain key points in the game where if I died, I knew how to recover. And that's really the only way you're gonna get through this game. You have to memorize all of it, and that's saying a lot for a game that's freaking 40 minutes long. Now, when you're fully powered up and you know what's coming, it's not that bad. So when people say, like, it's not as hard as you thought, yeah, that's because they have the whole freaking game memorized. That's like telling a 3rd grader that freaking 12th grade isn't that bad. It's not that hard, man. I didn't find it that hard. Yeah, because you worked your way up to it. You forgot all the work that went into the next subsequent 9 years that got you to that position. Silver Surfer is like being in 12th grade and you've never been to school before. You just have to memorize everything that could possibly come up and then execute it perfectly. You cannot sight read Silver Surfer. That to me is one of the biggest characteristics of what makes a game hard versus easy. Can you just jump into a game and make progress without ever having played the game before? Even some of the hardest games of all time are designed for you to be able to beat the first level, just so you don't feel like you got cheated when you played the game the first time, right? Not Silver Surfer. This game was not designed for you to be able to beat any of it. You can't even survive 30 seconds in Silver Surfer if you haven't practiced that section before. So if you have it memorized and you know where everything is, the difficulty of Silver Surfer is probably about a 6 out of 10. But if you've never played Silver Surfer before and it's your first time, it is an 11 out of 10 difficulty. You will not succeed. I don't care how good of a gamer you are. You are not gonna just hop in there and wreck Silver Surfer. You're gonna get wrecked. It's not normal in a shoot 'em up to have a sprite the size of Silver Surfer. He is gigantic and it leaves very little room for maneuvering through obstacles or even the enemy bullets. And like I said, things are flying in from off screen all the time, like right below you, to take you out before you can react. And it is hard to react to that when you are this big. However, you can learn the game, you can mitigate all that BS involved with it. And once you do, it becomes a lot of fun. It's an above average NES game. Despite what everybody says, it really is a good game. It looks great. It has some awesome graphics and it has some really good music and some interesting level design that I've never really seen in any other NES game from that time period. Is it the hardest video game of all time, like a lot of people say? Well, it's up there. I haven't played too many games in my life that are as hard as Silver Surfer is when you need to recover or when you don't know what's coming up. Even after you've perfected it and memorized where everything is in the game, sustaining that crap for freaking 40 minutes is a real challenge. For example, like if someone just asked you a bunch of quick rapid fire questions like, what is the capital of New York? What is 3 times 12? What is your favorite movie from 1987? Just stuff that you could answer if you just had 10 seconds to think about that. If they did that to you constantly for 40 minutes, you would mess up. That's what this game is like. So Silver Surfer is a better game than you would think, and it just has a bad reputation. Now, is that bad reputation earned? Yes. But this game is like the bully with the heart of gold. Yes, it's very hard, but you can learn it, and the process of learning it is actually fun. So is Silver Surfer a bad game? Does it deserve all of the hate it gets? Absolutely not. Silver Surfer is a 7 out of 10, which is good. So congratulations, Silver Surfer. You made me a convert. Not to Marvel, but to this one game in specific.